Mr. Speaker, before I begin, I would like to offer you my congratulations on being elected today. You play a central role in the work that we all do here, and I wish you well. Tenoya, amash astren tu moshena, chichi yat taula te shishao. It is an honor to rise in this chamber today and to second the motion of my esteemed colleague, the member of Brome-Missisquoi, regarding the address in reply to the speech from the throne. Canadians have delivered our government an ambitious mandate to improve their lives, strengthen this country, and bolster Canada's place in the world. Today's speech from the throne provides our government a roadmap on how to get there. Over the next few minutes, I will speak with pride to this House about some of the details of how we plan to navigate through this roadmap. But first, Mr. Speaker, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the people of West Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, Sea to Sky Country. They have given me the privilege to serve them in this House of Commons as their Member of Parliament. I want to thank my constituents for placing their trust in me. I am grateful to my constituents from all corners of our large and diverse riding, and I would like to recognize the thriving communities in Pemberton, up the Sunshine Coast, and those on Bowen Island. Every day I take my seat in this chamber, I will never forget why I'm here: to serve the people in my constituency and to help build a better Canada. And before going further, I'd also like to have a special thanks to my family and especially my partner, Nicole, who have supported me in this endeavor and are often doing the hard work behind the scenes, which is often a thankless job. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I believe the speech from the throne has provided us all with a reminder of the responsibilities that have been entrusted for us. Millions of Canadians cast their votes in the election this October, and they have sent us all a very clear message. Canadians want their politicians to put the public interest first. They want us to work together on the things that matter to them, to their families, and to their communities. They have elected a minority government with an important agenda to fight climate change, strengthen the middle class, and help create good, well-paying jobs, to make life more affordable for Canadians, to continue to firmly on the path of reconciliation with Indigenous peoples, to keep our citizens safe on our streets with less gun violence, to strengthen our healthcare system and modernize it for the 21st century, to provide more affordable housing, to provide investments in infrastructure, public transit, science, and innovation, and finally, to secure Canada's place in this world. Mr. Speaker, these are just some of the important challenges that lie ahead of us. They are challenges not just for the government, but for all parliamentarians. It's that simple. We all have a mandate to find common ground in this Parliament. The government is ready to work hard to make historic progress in all of these areas. I am confident that with goodwill, my colleagues from all sides of the House can work together to make the changes that Canadians want. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I know we can come together as parliamentarians. I've seen it in my work before being elected to this House. As an environmental and natural resource management lawyer, I have seen firsthand what can happen when people collaborate. I have supported governments around the world to improve the management of aquatic ecosystems, as well as the governance of natural resource sectors on behalf of the United Nations and other international development agencies. I have represented First Nations, municipalities, small businesses, nonprofits on environmental and corporate legal matters. It is not unusual, Mr. Speaker, for people to come to the table with very different interests, but it's also not unrealistic for them to walk away with a shared agenda and common goals. It happens in communities throughout the country. It can happen here in the House of Commons. That spirit of cooperation can also happen as leaders throughout our country work together to find solutions on our shared challenges. Mr. Speaker, as someone who was born and raised in West Vancouver and the Sunshine Coast, I am proud that the speech from the throne has spoken clearly about the importance of all of our country's regions and their local needs. This government knows that the economic concerns being felt by Canadians in our regions are real. It is listening to Canadians in those regions. On this, Canadians can be sure. The government will work with provinces, territories, municipalities, Indigenous groups, stakeholders, industries, and Canadians to find solutions. Mr. Speaker, there is no greater challenge facing this country, and indeed this world, than fighting climate change. The science on this growing threat to our planet is clear. It is undeniable. Already we are seeing the effects: devastating floods and forest fires, coastal erosion, and pollution of our oceans. The changes to the world we know now will only grow worse, spiraling faster and faster in the coming years and decades. We are leaving a world to our children and our grandchildren that could be much different than the world that we have grown up in. We recognize this threat. We must act, and we must do our best to fight this threat. I believe strongly in this government's pan-Canadian framework on clean growth and climate change. I'm committed to building upon this groundbreaking plan to ensure that Canadian businesses will seize upon the immense economic opportunities that are involved in the transition to the clean economy of the 21st century. Over the past 4 years, our government has provided national leadership to take action on climate change. In October's election, a clear majority of Canadians voted in favor of ambitious climate action. The speech from the throne has made it clear that this government will deliver. We will set a target to achieve net zero emissions by 2050, and our goal will be ambitious but necessary as we both protect the environment while we grow the economy. We have already taken the lead in ensuring that there is a price on pollution throughout the country. We will continue working with our partners to reduce emissions in the years ahead. There are many other important measures that this government will take. We will help make energy-efficient homes more affordable. We will make it easier for Canadians to buy zero-emissions vehicles. Whistler is already leading the way in this, in changing our transportation habits. Last month, I attended the Electric Vehicle Sustainability Summit in Whistler to talk about how governments and companies can work together to achieve our zero-emissions targets. Also, Mr. Speaker, we will work towards making clean and affordable power available in all of our communities. We will work with companies in the transition to the clean technology future. An example of this is Huron Clean Energy in Squamish, which is facing the climate crisis head-on. It's just one example of the companies providing the technology and the solutions we need in our transition to the low-carbon economy. Their leadership in the field of carbon capture is turning our home riding into a hub for clean technology. Mr. Speaker, over the last 4 years, our country has experienced strong growth, but too many Canadians have difficulty keeping up with the rising costs of living. Our government is determined to take action to make life more affordable for Canadians. And the speech from the throne has identified some of the areas where we'll be taking action on behalf of our citizens. We will cut taxes for all Canadians except the wealthiest. This will provide more money in the pockets of hard working-class Canadians that need it the most. We will continue to take action with significant investments in affordable housing. Too many Canadians are unable to buy their first home. We will also introduce measures to make it easier for more people to purchase their homes. This government will take action to ease the concerns faced by workers, families, and seniors. We will assist parents with the time and money they need to raise their children. We will support students as they bear the costs of higher education and skills training. We will increase the federal minimum wage. We will reduce cell phone bills by 25%. We will strengthen pensions for our seniors. And as we take these measures, we'll press ahead with an economic agenda that benefits all Canadians in the years ahead. Our government is committed to moving ahead with the new NAFTA agreement with the United States and Mexico. We will continue to make significant investments in infrastructure throughout the country, and we will work to tear down the trade barriers now faced by businesses and farmers when they look to achieve success both internationally and domestically. And as we are doing all this, Mr. Speaker, Our government will stay focused on growing the economy with a fiscal plan that is responsible. The speech from the throne has placed a great emphasis on another key pillar of this government's agenda. 4 years ago, we promised to put Canada on a path towards reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. For far too long, our country neglected to take the actions that have been necessary to give Indigenous peoples a real shot at success. We said that must change, and we took the first steps on that road to reconciliation. It is a long road, but we have seen real progress in just 4 years. 87 long-term drinking water advisories have been eliminated. There is greater equity in funding for First Nations education. Parliament has passed legislation to protect Indigenous languages and affirm Indigenous jurisdiction over child and family services. And the National Inquiry into Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls held important hearings and delivered its report. But this is just a beginning. The work towards reconciliation has not ended. This government is committed to doing more, and here are just some examples. We will work towards eliminating all long-term drinking water advisories on reserve by 2021. We will co-develop and introduce legislation to implement the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples in the first year of our mandate. We will co-develop legislation so that Indigenous peoples have access to culturally relevant and high-quality mental health care and quality health care services. And we will ensure that Indigenous peoples who have been harmed under the child welfare system that has been discriminatory will be compensated in a fair and timely manner. And we will live up to the spirit and intent of treaties, agreements, and other arrangements with Indigenous peoples. Mr. Speaker, one of any government's top responsibilities is to provide a place for its citizens where they can feel safe and where their quality of life is good. In recent years, Canadians have increasingly seen stories in the media about deaths in the communities as a result of gun violence. Each of these violent episodes has been a tragedy. Too many Canadians have been killed. Too many relatives have grieved the loss of a loved one. Our government has pledged to act. We will crack down on the gun crime that is haunting too many of our communities. We will ban military-style assault rifles and take steps to introduce a buyback program for the weapons. We will work towards giving municipalities that want to ban handguns the ability to do so. Mr. Speaker, in each of our communities, and indeed within our own families, there is often no more important an issue as the ability to access high-quality health care. For many decades now, Canadians have recognized that a publicly funded universal health care system, Medicare, is what makes us strong as a country. As we head into 2020, more than a half-century after the birth of Medicare, it's important that we all work together as Canadians to strengthen and to modernize it. The speech from the throne has laid out an ambitious but achievable agenda to make that happen. Our government will be working with the provinces and territories to strengthen the healthcare system so that Canadians get the service they deserve. Too many Canadians can't get access to primary care family doctors and to mental health care. We will work with provinces, territories, and health professionals to change that. The scourge of opioid and substance abuse has also cost too many lives and shattered too many families. We need to do more to help people struggling with their addictions. And finally, it is time to bring Medicare into the 21st century. Modern-day medicine means physicians are increasingly able to treat their patients through medication. And yet, too many patients who fall ill are unable to afford the costly prescriptions that they are prescribed. And so they become even more sick. Mr. Speaker, this is just not fair. As the speech from the throne says, Pharmacare has become the key missing piece of the universal health care in this country. And our government will take steps to introduce and implement a National Pharmacare program so that Canadians have the drug coverage they need. I look forward to all members of this House working together to achieve this historic objective. As we look towards improving the lives of Canadians, we must never forget that we have a responsibility to also promote our core values on the international stage. Those values include the promotion of democracy, protection of human rights, and respect for international law. Our government will work in the tradition of being a coalition builder globally in these areas. We will stand up for the rules-based international order. And we will renew our commitment to NATO and to the United Nations peacekeeping missions. Canada's voice will be heard at the United Nations, particularly in the Security Council. And we will not forget that Canadians are a compassionate people. We will provide targeted funds for international development, including for education and gender equality. I would like to conclude, Mr. Speaker, by returning to where I began earlier in my remarks. Canadians have sent us here to work constructively on their behalf. As the speech from the throne reminds us, our role in this democratic process is a privilege and a responsibility. Indeed, we have been reminded that we are here to serve everyone, regardless of gender, faith, language, custom, or skin color. We are here to make a better Canada. I believe the speech from the throne has provided us all with a roadmap of how to travel that road. And I would encourage members to join together and work in collaboration as we move forward.